because Abu Sufyan was the most noble and senior-most of the people of Quraysh after Badr. After Badr, they're all dead. Abu Sufyan becomes the de facto leader. Sakhr ibn Harb. Sakhr ibn Harb ibn Umayyah. His name is Sakhr ibn Harb ibn Umayyah. And who are the Banu Umayyah? The Banu Umayyah are the cousins of the Banu Manaf. And the Banu Manaf, of course, the Banu Hashim comes from Banu Manaf. And so the Banu Hashim and the Banu Umayyah were rivals, cousin clans. Right? The Banu Hashim and the Banu Umayyah, of course, they're both Qurashi, they're rival clans. And Abu Sufyan, Sakhr ibn Harb, he was born, by the way, 10 years before the Prophet ﷺ. So he's not a generation older, but he's somewhat older than the Prophet ﷺ in terms of age, 10 years older than him. And Abu Sufyan, of course, he remained a noble enemy. He was an enemy until the conquest, but he never stooped to the dirty tactics. He never went to the crude taunting that Abu Jahl did, that Umayyah did. And I have said many times before, those who resorted to vulgarities, generally speaking, there are exceptions to every rule, generally speaking, they showed a despicableness that Allah never guided them. Right? Whereas those who remained somewhat noble of the Quraysh and they retained their dignity, a lot of them, most of them were eventually guided. And the best example is Abu Sufyan. He fought against the Prophet. He caused Badr. Right? He was the one who caused Badr, his caravan. And then he sent the emissary to fearmonger the Quraysh. Right? He led Uhud. Right? He led Khandaq. We'll see in Hudaybiyah as well. He was one of the main people as well in Hudaybiyah to stop them from coming in. We're not going to just let you walk in like this, right? So he's an enemy. But he never went to a low level. He never went, as we say, below the belt. And he retained dignity. Eventually, Allah guided him. When did he accept Islam? Fath Makkah, conquest Makkah, right? And I mean, just again, these are information you should all know that, or this be beneficial for us. Abu Sufyan is that one. Perhaps the most amount of booty was given to him at Hunayn. Hunayn, when the Prophet ﷺ had the equivalent of tens of millions of dollars, he had the equivalent, literally fortunes, and he did not return with a penny to Medina with that, right? Certain people, they got valleys of sheep, they got hundreds of camels. Perhaps top on the list was Abu Sufyan, right? Because the fact of the matter, and the books of Sirah show this, when he initially converted, he didn't convert out of conviction. He converted just, okay, khalas, you won. You know, you won, khalas, right? But by giving him this money, Abu Sufyan saw something, and that is, this man is not interested in power. He's not interested in wealth. He's genuinely believing in what he's doing, and money wins people over. It's human nature. And it is narrated in the books of Sirah that when the Prophet ﷺ gave Abu Sufyan all of this amount of money, Abu Sufyan said that, Wallahi, Ya Muhammad, I swear by Allah, Ya Muhammad, that you are the most generous person I've ever seen. May my mother and father be given in ransom for you. That I fought you and you remained a noble enemy, and now that I have come to peace with you, you remain the most noble friend. Like, how can you do like this, right? That when I fought you, you remained the best akhlaq. Now that I have come to peace with you, you have become, this generous. I've never seen anybody like you. And therefore, Abu Sufyan, obviously, Islam did enter his heart after that. And of course, Abu Sufyan always wanted chiefdom. That's in his blood. And so his son is born with that blood. There are those who are born with that spoon in their mouths of not money but of power, of wanting to be in charge. It was in his blood. And Muawiyah radiallahu anh, eventually he became the first king of Islam and the founder of the Umayyad dynasty. This is Abu Sufyan, Sakhr ibn Harb ibn Umayyah. That's Umayyah, the Umayyad dynasty, right? And so the Umayyads continued until the